warned you, Tayo Asano. Technically it should be Tayo Yozakura, but he says banding together is not allowed. Mission Yozakura, Chapter 53, that's it. Mission Yozakura, Chapter 53, landed just 40 minutes ago, as of me recording this, and it was yet again part 2 of the Yozakura Hot Springs story, part 2, where they were at the Endless Hell Hot Springs Inn. And pretty much continues off where Mitsumi joins Tayo in a hot spring together because of them being husband and wife. So it's absolutely normal. Normal on their part. Normal on their part as well. So, what can I say? It's hard to, it was a fun little chapter as well, and the chapter also continues on with them going in, and then we get some little like quirky moments while in the hot spring with the little chibi designs and everything, and Matsumune doing the whole water squirt thing on the hot springs, and how she just mentions how she used to mention that there's nothing to be embarrassed about. The water's really cloudy, so you can't see anything, and how she used to bath like this with her siblings when they were younger, and everything like that. They then notice that Futaba is still not sober, and she's still making a racket because of her being so drunk. And we get to see a little bit nice side of a Tayo as well, saying this is that he now remembers that this is how families are. And then she went on. And then Mitsumi wants to talk to Tayo about something. Tayo gets shocked a little bit and surprised that she stood up, holding her towel in front of her, but you can see a scar on her chest. And that then leads to explain that she was once captured by Tanpopo and they tried to take out her heart. Hence why Tanpopo is trying to create their own version of the Somine blood that all Yozakura heads have. And we learn a little bit more that it was this time that when he was in critical position where Tayo's body was in an extreme point where it was weakened to an extreme point where there was no other way. That was the only time that she could actually administrate the blood, and that it was only at that point, and that's what was said in the documentations of the family household, and it was all because of her father. The guy that we saw in the end of the invasion of the Yozakura mansion arc, when Tayo got that big upgrade. You remember that arc? The arc that happened a few chapters back? That arc. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Tayo mentions that I thought you said he passed. I didn't. Didn't he pass? Then Matsumi mentions that I thought so too. But during the whole Tanpopo attack on the mansion, Koichiro said that he met their father in the forest, and it was apparently hard to believe at first, but that would explain the power outages and the mansion and hibernation being activated. Father dragged all of us, including Tanpopo, into this in order to inject you with the Yozakura blood, Tayo. So it pretty much was their father's plan, by the sound of things, to get Tayo injected. And Tayo was surprised why he would do something such like this, because he's never met him. He's never met Tayo, so why do something as hard as this? And then it goes to a flashback where his dad saved Matsumi, and where he goes that I'll save mom, I'll save your mother. You and Kurichi go on ahead and escape. We've got a little young Matsumi going, father, and I don't know why he did that to you, or why he never came to see us, even though he's been alive all this time. I don't know anything. But then it continues on with him saying, when you married me, it then just continues what you wanted to do when they married. But in reality, then I could have imagined, I don't know what to do anymore. For your sake, for my family's sake, for my family's sake, for my sake, I have no idea what I should do. And then she said, and then Tayo just replied, so let's go see your father. Let's find out why he did that. And why did he come to visit? A happy reunion is probably out of the question, but I think there's something to gain anyway. Also, I haven't introduced you as my husband yet, said Tayo. And Matsumi just smiled at Tayo, and then we just see Shinzo all beaten up, bruised, the lot. And he's just going, run you two, because Koichiro just appears out of nowhere and says, I warned you, Tayo Asano. Technically it should be Tayo Yozakura, but he says banding together is not allowed. Even Matsumumi was shocked seeing him because of him meant to be on a long mission, but we knew Koichiro would probably be speeding that mission along just to get to the hot springs, just to stop this little get together happening, even though they're married and they're allowed to do this sort of thing. That's the kind of thing his brother, Matsumuni's brother, wants to do. And now they start beginning. And now he wants to fill up the bathwater with Tayo's blood. But then Futaba shows up, sobering up, and says, let's start a pillow fight because there's no fighting allowed at this hot spring. And then it all ends up with everybody defeating Koichiro at a pillow fight. And it became a hot tale at the Endless Hell Hot Spring Inn. And that's how it's retold. And that's where the chapter ends. So this chapter 53, was a very fun chapter. One of the many chapters that I think was really fun. We got a little bit more of a flashback. We learned a little bit more about the father. We learned a little bit more about Matsumi, that she got captured by Tampopo, and that they tried to take out her heart just so they could get the blood, so they could create their own serum, like we saw the prototypes in the last few chapters back. And this is pretty much nice little bit of backstory. Definitely a very nice way to include a little bit more character development and a little bit more backstory about the main Yozakura head of Matsumi. And it was nice to learn a little bit more about their father and how she just recently learned via the oldest brother Koichiro that he was still alive, and it was his fault of getting all these abilities and everything to happen so Tayo can get the blood injected into him, so he could pretty much get that power up we saw near the end of the Attack on the Mansion arc. But other than that, this chapter was yet again fun, very comedic, very heartwarming as well. And I did love the little chibi panels on the chapter as well. It was very nicely done. And it's just been one of those fun little chapters that I think would have been a lot better than it should be. But other than that, this has been a great chapter. What did you like about this chapter? What didn't you like about this chapter? Are you glad that we learned a little bit more of Matsumi's backstory in this chapter? Just comment down below what you liked and didn't like about it, down in the comment sections down below. And I'll see you next time for next week's chapter, chapter 54 of Mission Yozakura Family. And I'll see you then. Bye for now. See ya. Another great chapter, guys. I really did enjoy this chapter quite a bit, and it was one of my favorite. It's not one of my favorites, but it was a really fun chapter. The art was really nice and everything. But like always, you can check out whatever appears on the screen here. You can check those out. You can check out my previous chapter reviews. You can check out the playlist. And you can check out my recent video on Digimon Adventure Try 2020's recent episode 18 review as well. Don't forget to check those out. And don't forget to check out any of my other videos as well by just checking out my channel and checking out my playlists that I have. But other than that, I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Take Corner, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget, if you like this, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell notification and click all to keep up to date with all my videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.